Welcome back. So we've been a bit quiet the last couple of weeks on our socials. We've been making some plans behind the scenes.
Lots of plans.
And one of those plans involves us leaving our hometown in Bridgend and driving 242 miles north of York, and we're basically staying for one night and then we've got some serious work ahead.
All good fun though.
It is good fun. It's going to be exciting. We are going to go and effectively spend the night up there, sort of north of York.
Best part is we're not going to get there until about 8 o'clock tonight, so by the time we get there we're going to pretty much be chilling and sleeping.
Yeah.
Off to do our thing in the morning and then heading home. 500-mile round trip.
It'll be worth it though.
It will.
What's really funny is this thing that we're doing, Stu has got to trust me with it for the first few hours of his life.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
So yeah, we're gonna get up there, we're gonna do a pub stop, hoping to have a cheeky glass of wine and perhaps some food. Yeah, we'll update you when we're there. So we've just arrived at the pub. We're in the middle of nowhere. I have no idea where we are. We're in a car park somewhere.
Looks nice and quiet though.
Yeah.
So it should be a peaceful night.
Just hoping for a pint and an early night, to be honest.
Oh, food. Give me food. Yeah. I've had that salad you fed me while I was driving. I had a Caesar salad. I am starving, so
yeah.
Good pub lunch, see some friends, and in the morning we will reveal all. I think it's safe to say summer's over, love.
Yeah, it's proper windy.
Yeah.
So good morning. We're heading off for our big reveal this morning. We're about 10 minutes away, aren't we?
10 miles away, so about 20 minutes. We stayed at
the Wheat Sheaf.
The Wheat Sheaf last night. We got here about 7:15. I went in proper old school pub.
Yeah, fire going.
The food was all proper homemade. It was stunning, and the portions were like that.
Yeah, when the lady asked you, do you want a side, you said, can you have a side of cheesy chips? And she was like, they're big mind. He went, that's fine.
I can nail it.
And when it came out, honestly, it was like a whole plate. It could have been a meal on its own, couldn't it?
Yeah. But to be fair, and we had pudding, and it was like about 10:30 by the time we actually finished eating. So absolutely stuffed going into the van.
Yeah, it was about 11:30 when we finally got in, and then we were woken up by a cockerel at 4:45 this morning, and then Pebbles was meowing his face off.
Yeah, but that cockerel had some cockereling issues.
Yeah, he did. Come on, shall we go?
Yeah, so time for the reveal. And we're here.
We've made it. It's early in the morning, it's like 8:30, but we're keen.
I think we've held them off long enough now, darling. It's time to let you in. So this is what we've done. Yes, we did. We have bought a VW Crafter panel van.
We're hoping to put our heads together and create a 5-belted, 5-berth camper for a family.
Yes, so there's some challenges, but we have seen it's been done before. I think we're gonna have to push some of the boundaries to obviously maximize use of space and give, you know, comfortable space for 5 of us in there, or as comfortable as it can be.
It's gonna be fab.
Yeah, but the other thing we're gonna be doing with this is it's gonna be a completely all electric, self-renewable van. There's gonna be no gas on this at all.
Which means we can't run out of gas ever again.
No, so that's a good thing, but obviously there's a lot of work needs to go in for that to happen, so in future videos we will run into that a bit and show you what's happening with it so that can happen. But for now, should we have a look at the van?
Let's go and have a look. So we've gone for a long wheelbase, and it doesn't actually look that big because it's empty.
I think by the time the bulkhead goes out, we've got some windows in here. Like, we know the beds are going to come to about here. There's going to be a shower here. There's going to be a bench seat here with a dining table, and then our kitchen will come from here out to here.
So we're going to have to mark out all this area so we know exactly where everything's going, and we'll be stripping this completely bare and giving it a good clean. So we are both really excited about this. We reckon we've got about 6 weeks that we want to create this van, don't we?
Yeah, so we got 6 weeks to turn this shell
into a proper family livable space.
Yeah, into a camper van.
Yeah. So we are mega excited. I'll just pop out the van because it's so dark in there. So as you guys know, if you've been following us for some time, we've had some issues with our motorhome that haven't been getting resolved, and we didn't think that this would be a possible build for us, having 3 young children. For some reason we just thought that the built not bought would be completely out of our remit. But we did see a van that was built at one of the shows with the 5 belts, so once we saw that we were like, well, it can be done, this is brilliant. So we've done a bit of research, and as Stu has said, this van is going to be completely 100% electric. So the only way this van is going to be basically charging itself is via the solar that's going to be fitted on the top.
And the battery to battery.
And the battery to battery.
Do you want to have a look and show him in the cab?
Oh yeah. Now, we're chuffed to pieces because we've managed to find a van that has both aircon and the cruise control with the speed limiter. What we found in Europe was without the aircon we would have really suffered, and we tend to use the speed limiter quite a lot because obviously we don't want to be caught speeding or anything like that, so we don't want to get caught out. So to find a van that had the aircon and the speed limiter on for some reason was just really difficult, but we managed to find one. It was 240 odd miles away from the house, so we drove up the day before. We've come to pick it up today. We're just absolutely relieved that the van is exactly as it was advertised. So yeah, we're chuffed to pieces. So just look at all this space. This is really sad, but this is why I wanted to do a camper build. For the slidey door. So obviously what I can imagine is having my kitchen here, which should be about here, and I'll still feel like I'm outside because the van door's so big. You know, that's not going to be bad, is it, for Insta and stuff? I'll be able to take some cracking shots. Plus, I'll be able to see the children running around, because what I find with the motorhome is once I'm inside, I'm literally quite restricted. Also, we've got the back doors, so I'm excited that we can lie in bed and we can literally open those back doors out and view out, and that's something that, again, can't really get that with the motorhome. So this project is something that we're going to throw ourselves wholeheartedly into. It's going to be 5 to 6 weeks of hard work, and yeah, we're literally just as a family going to throw ourselves into it. So you'll see us all get our hands dirty. The best part about this is as well, we've come up in the motorhome, so Stu's got to drive that back. I'm too scared to drive it. I've only driven it a couple of times on the motorway, so I don't want to risk going around corners in the motorhome and then smashing it to bits. So I get the pleasure of driving the crafter back. That's going to be really interesting. Stu is absolutely bricking it in case I smash it. I'm obviously not going to. I'm going to be very careful. So yeah, let's go and get it all sorted. Negotiations have been done, it's bought, paid for. We are literally going to hit the road now back to South Wales to get this started. Stu is really nervous that I'm going to crash the car, crash the van. And it's making me nervous now, I'm not going to lie. I'm like, I've driven bigger things than this before, but there we are. I'm more nervous, so I'm not going to be able to use the loo for the next 6 hours or whatever it's going to take to get back. So plenty of service stops, I reckon. So us girlies are going to travel together, and Amelia's not yet seen the van, so I'm just going to give her a little show. You excited?
Yeah.
You're going to help us build?
Yeah.
Come on then, Chip.
Do all the nails.
Hang on. There we are, that's your seat ready, okay? Excited? Proud as punch, look. Belt on then, love. Good girl.
You ready, love?
I'm a bit nervous now.
You'll be alright, just follow me, take your time.
She's pretty, isn't she?
Do you want me to come in and set up the Apple CarPlay so it's connected to the radio?
Oh no, I won't be having the radio on.
No, but your phone will be connected to the vehicle.
Oh yeah, you can sort me out.
Right.
Oh my gosh, so I'm all set up. Stu's managed to sort out the Apple Play for me, so I'll be able to talk to him now on the way back. I'm a little bit nervous, not so much from the motorways, that's going to be all right, but partly because there's no middle mirror, you know, that thing that goes by here, because we've got a bulkhead as well, and obviously the back panels, so I can't see through anything anyway. So I'm relying on the side mirrors, and that's something, I'll be honest, I'm not very good at. So we've got no fuel in here. It's always the same, innit? Every time you buy something, you've always got to go and get blinking fuel first. So here he is, he's ringing me now, so I'm gonna go.
How was the drive, love?
The first hour was pretty deadly. I was on the M1 and there was just like lorries every side of me, so I panicked a bit. But to be fair, it was a long journey back and I think I did pretty well. It's in one piece. I'm in one piece.
She did very well, to be fair. Nearly 250 miles, all the way from nearly York to South Wales. She's driving this big crafter because I'm in the motorhome.
Yeah, I followed you most of the way.
To be fair, the fact she got you're alive and no extra dents in the van, that's a win, innit, surely?
No, I'm actually, by the end of the trip, I did start enjoying it about an hour and a half before getting back. So I do think that as long as I keep my practice up, that this will be something that I can continue to drive and be quite happy to share trips with you.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It means we can do more.
Yeah, exactly. The motorhome I did struggle with the sheer size of it. It was quite boxy. Felt like I was being blown around a lot.
So yeah, I took it for a little spin as well, and I gotta say it was a lot more rigid, much nicer to drive. Obviously we're a bit narrower and a bit shorter, and it just felt like a more comfortable drive, less bounce, just nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, after the initial 2.5 hours, scared, witless, and I started to enjoy it. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
alright.
And obviously I've driven the motorhome a couple of times. I've had to go on motorways and things, but I've always felt like I'm being blown about, and I don't really feel in control of it. It feels more in control of me.
That's it. This doesn't get blown by the wind as much, so that was nice.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? Why have we bought a van, love?
So we bought the van because we wanted to be off-grid more.
Yes.
We wanted to be more stealthy. I didn't like the fact that when we've gone to be in the van a lot more and it had our logos and things on, so we've taken that all off, haven't we?
Yes.
But even after that, I still felt that I couldn't do as much wild camping as I would have liked. There were spaces that I wanted to get into that perhaps the motorhome didn't allow us to get into.
Yes. So there's other benefits as well. So yes, obviously we've got a lot more space. We know that, we're very much aware of that. Now, our challenge is to do a 5-berth, 5-belted van.
Yeah, which will be really exciting.
It will. It's going to have to be quite a bit of innovation. You know, we've got to get storage here for 5 of us, you know, living space.
Our biggest concern with having a van of this size, we've got the VW Crafter, and it's the biggest one that we could get. It's a long wheelbase. We've chosen this one based upon the design that we've chosen, isn't it? Because I still want a shower. I still want like luxuries that the motorhome provides, but obviously it still has to have the space to allow us to fit comfortably in here, isn't it?
Yeah, so our plans are, so the initial design is at the rear, we're going to be doing bunk double beds.
Yeah, well, maybe a king size more on the bottom, would you say?
Yeah, the van is wider on the bottom, so obviously that's where the kids are going to go, and we're going to try and do 3 pods down the bottom so that they'll all have their own individual beds, and then the bed for us up top.
Yeah.
Then on the offside, beer is going to be a shower and a toilet. We're not going to put a basin in there because there's a basin in the sink. On the near side, here is going to be where the kitchen is, and that's going to come out a little bit. Obviously the bulkhead is coming out. We're going to have 2 more seats added here, a table coming off it here, and then there's a 2 and a 1 seat in the cab that are both going to be put on swivel bases and come around. We're hoping then, when we put the shower up against the seats, that's going to come up to about here. We're hoping to have a little bit of space around here to put a wardrobe.
Our top to bottom here.
Yes.
And if we can, I'm going to squeeze in 5 little drawers for the bundies and socks.
Yes, so get 5 little drawers in the bottom, but until I get the tape out and I start measuring some stuff up, we don't know. We'll have some wall units up here, wall units up here, and then there's going to be a little garage, and obviously we're going to have our electrics, the diesel heater with the bobble heater. So another big thing we're doing is the van is going to be completely electric and diesel. There's going to be no gas at all. we want the van to be completely self-sufficient. We want it to be able to completely power itself. So obviously it gets power from either the solar or from the battery to battery, and hopefully with the design we're having done, we can do that.
We can do it. So it is a challenge. It is a big ask for us. I mean, obviously this is one of the massive reasons why we bought a motorhome originally, was because there was 5 of us. We didn't think that we could enter the built not bought market with a van of this size. But we thought, why not? Let's give it a try. There's nothing stopping us having a try. And also, you're a carpenter and it's something you really, really want to do. And I love decorating and stuff. So I'm really keen to put my stamp on the internal colours and you know, how things work inside the van. And I'm really excited about having something that I can open the door, because I get that feeling of being outside even though I'm inside in this van already.
It's a bit more rugged. I mean, so what we're going to do as well, we are keeping the motorhome for now. So the plan is to get this fully converted. We're going to go do a tour in this van once it's done.
As soon as it's done, we've got our tour straight after it, haven't we? So just to let you know, you're going to have to bear with us with the van build vloggy stuff over a couple of weeks. But once this is actually finished, we are heading straight on a tour, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to go do a tour in it, see how we get on. We understand we're going to have less space, but I think if it's designed right and built right, that it should be doable, and if we're happy, we're going to get rid of the motorhome. Yeah,
and I mean, the motorhome gives the impression of space, so, you know, we're going to be going with colours that are going to only enhance the amount of space that is in here. Also, we're not actually going to be losing that much space, so I'm nuts about the motorhome where I've got to make the bed up every day, because for me it looks a mess if I don't. So we kind of figured if we design the van that way so the beds are to be made, and we put like a screen across or something, then I'm actually working in the same space that I've got in the motorhome anyway. And in fact, with the door being open, as I've just said, that creates that feeling of me being outside, inside.
Space,
Whereas when I'm in the motorhome, I shut that door and I do feel more confined. So you never know. This actually might be the best thing we ever do.
Possibly. We hope so. We do hope so. But, you know, say if it doesn't work out, we can always sell the camper van and go back to the motorhome. So it's nice to have the choice.
But I think there's a lot of families out there right now that have done the same as us and gone into these expensive motorhomes or alternative living because they think they need the space. If we can do this, you know, it's a cheaper option for a lot of people.
It can be done.
How satisfied are we going to be when we've done this as well?
Oh, it's going to be good. It is going to be good. So we're going to be doing 2 different types of videos over the next couple of weeks. We are going to do a van build series that we'll keep separate, and then you'll get our normal
You'll just see Stu all the time, showing you all his technical stuff.
And then
all the girly bits start.
And then we're still going to do our vlogs on the Sunday, because there's other big things that are also happening in the background that we'll announce shortly.
And
you know,
the children want to be involved. You know, this is a really good idea.
We are getting the children involved.
How much education they're going to get from this? You know, they're going to learn all about your trade and skills.
Some tools.
They're going to get their hands on some tools. I'm going to get stuck in.
They will. Those kind of kids, innit? They will enjoy it. And I think when it's completed as well, it's like, we built this. We all built this together. To make a start, what are we going to do, love?
So this bulkhead is the first thing to go. We've also got to take out all of this wood. I need to get my hands dirty and start giving everything a clean, because as you can see, there's muck and dirt everywhere. So join us next time when we show you the start of this mega challenge on this van build.
That'll be fun, be good, and we hope you enjoy it as well, guys. So until next time,
we'll see you in a bit.
Ta-ra, guys.